one.
You are watching Sipping Off the Cuff on TequilaAficionado.com. I'm Alex Perez in Southern California.
I am Mike Morales in San Antonio, Texas. Hot and humid, San Antonio,
Hot and
Texas.
humid.
It's hot and humid. It's so
Double.
humid that it's about like 80 degrees outside. Um, it feels like
Ooh.
yeah, it's jungle hot outside. Welcome to Miami. Um, anyway, so to enjoy the evening, we are going to we're going to taste some Amaras Mezcal. I'm not sure if you can catch that
Yes.
on my
You
camera.
will love.
You will love Amaras. You will love this. This is an unusual mezcal because Alex, it's not at your it's just a hair above Gateway. It's at 41 ABV, which is really interesting. It's like they're kind of straddling the line, and I'm not exactly sure why they. I always ask distillers why they chose the percentage of alcohol by volume, and it's never due to a formula. It's always because, well, that's when it tastes the best. So, what did you say was unusual about this particular mezcal, Alex? You said it was brought in by um, folks in San Francisco.
Oh, it's imported by Anchor Distilling, which is one of my favorites. They produce Juniper Gin and Anchor Beer. Uh,
Okay, I was going to say, aren't they brewers? I thought they were
yeah.
brewers.
So
Oh,
they're also
okay.
an importer distiller. So they actually do quite a few things. You
So they're
know,
they're
great
branching
beer up
out.
in yeah,
Huh.
up in San Francisco area,
Well, I
and they
know.
have an entire portfolio.
Well, my understanding is at least with Amaras is they this is a collaboration. It's kind of a co-op of five maestro mezcaleros in the village of San Juan del Rio. So for those of you who follow like single village mezcals, this one is a San Juan del Rio. It's Espadin, obviously Oaxaca. Nice bottle too, Alex. For
It's
a
a
mez,
substantial
yeah, but
big
it's
sucker.
yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's really there's a lot of little neat little details that were done. I love the label on this thing. I'm not sure if you can catch my label there, but yeah, there you go. And it's got the sun face on the front there.
It's got a cork finish.
Right. These
Nice
are
rose cork.
bottled and signed or numbered anyway, and they are
Yeah,
signed by the distiller, by the Maestro Mezcalero. It is a Joven. My understanding is that if you look at their website, they do have like a Repo and an Añejo, but I'm not sure if those are available yet because this is so new. I don't think that they uh, I don't believe that they are available at this point. Um,
well, they just came out, I believe, in January
yeah, they're
2015.
they're very very new. I think I found them on Twitter actually. They're obviously on Facebook as well. You'll have to check and see if they're on Instagram. I'm not sure, but I love the name, and I think in Mexico it's actually an even different name. It's like there's an addition to the name Mezcal Amores. That's it. In Spanish it's Mezcal Amores. In the United States it's Mezcal Amaras. So it's the same. Um, I believe it's the same juice, only named differently in both countries. So and this, like we said, Alex, this is a co-op um, of five different maestro mezcaleros. From the information that I received from the uh, from the PR department. Um, I guess, and I can't pronounce this very well because I obviously I don't speak the dialect, but it's Laj Dub and that is the union. That's the name of the union of 5 maestro mezcaleros who work in 3 different palenques where they work in alternation. They unify the recipes, which results in an ensemble of mezcal espadin recipes, and it allows them to take advantage of the economic scales. So there's strength in numbers for them. This is kind of a blend of recipes. That's unusual. Instead of a blend of
Mezcal.
maguey's or agave, like we've had some of these that we've had last year were blends of different agaves. This is a blend of
Right.
recipes. So, oh
Well,
wow.
the nose is something else.
Yeah, wow, Alex.
You're not getting it's not any smokiness that's overpowering any.
It's almost sweet. It's got a like a sweetness on the nose.
I mean, you can get some spices in there, some type of spice coming through. Now, one of the descriptors they use is burning campfire,
Well, that would be the wood,
the smoke.
obviously, the smoke.
Don't get too much of that.
No, there isn't.
But
There really isn't.
I do smell the wood. But it's got a beautiful nose.
This is a really nice nose, Alex, and I'll venture to say that it's this sort of reminiscent of the Montelobos nose that we had a little bit, but not
Just a
to
little
the
bit.
extreme.
Just a little bit. This is really different. This is nice.
Very pretty
Nice
legs.
little legs. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not pristine, but it's not supposed to be.
Wow. A little hot on the end.
Mm, mm.
A lot of flavors in that.
This is a real flavorful. It's
It's
not
real
tone.
sweet.
You know what, Alex? For 41 ABV, I was expecting it to taste a lot softer. We've had a lot of gateway mezcals at 40 that were softer. The elements were muted, softer. This one doesn't. It doesn't shy away.
It's sweet on the entry, and then it comes up on you and it heats up.
Yeah, you still get that warm, the mezcal fuzzy.
Yeah.
Um, wow,
Wow.
this
This
is
is
this is really good.
unique.
Yeah,
It's got a long finish too.
and at only 41, you almost have to double. You almost do a double take and go, "Is this the right ABV? Did they misprint something?" Because it
Oh.
tastes and goes down a lot stronger, almost as if it was at a higher alcohol by volume, but it's not. Holy cow, Alex.
Wow. I'm impressed.
Do we do we still term this as a gateway mezcal even at 41?
I don't think so. This is I would think this is for someone with a more of a experienced palate. It's actually a pretty rich mezcal.
Uh, yeah, it's the some of the ones at the gateway level, which we call the 40 ABV, 80 proof. You see a lot of these new mezcals coming into we've tasted several of them now, and the profiles are more muted. They're almost if you're not even sure what you're drinking, you could almost say, oh well, this is a kind of like a tequila. There's
Right.
no
Right.
mistaking this is a mezcal. And I'm very surprised, Alex, that at 41 ABV we're getting a punch like this.
And it's at the end.
Right, because the nose is very sweet. It's very
Yeah.
deceiving. You're not even getting a whole lot of smoke in there.
And they're using home oak logs, which is interesting. I've never heard of that.
Me neither. What's a home oak?
I have no idea.
I, I mean,
Maybe type of tree, but it's some really this is some really deep stuff here, man.
yeah. If they do plan on
Oh,
aging any of it, I would love to taste it as a reposado. Um, you
it'd
don't
be
find,
interesting to see what would do to it.
yeah, yeah, because as a Joven, I'm I'm shocked because and of course there's no glassware for mezcal as we said before, so I'm gonna try it in my little gourd, to see if there's any difference, which there usually isn't. See, it goes in sweet and finishes dry, warm and fuzzy. It heats up after you've had it on
Yeah,
the back end.
it's actually very good. See, this is
Yeah.
another example of a mezcal that's just at another level. But
See,
it's not your entry. It's not an entry level
yeah,
mezcal.
I'm gonna have to agree with you, Alex. This is not the entry level gateway category that we've had last year during our sipping off the cuffs. This is um, this is almost like a gourmet mezcal.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And the price point, it's about $50 a bottle.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a higher end. It's a higher end mezcal.
yeah, yeah, it really is, and it's one that's worth lingering over. Um, and I know some of the ones that we had last year, Alex, at higher ABVs had a much more pronounced smokiness, but yet with Montelobos having changed the playing field, we've seen how you can downplay the smokiness and bring out the other elements.
Right.
So this one is doing the same thing, but I just find it very interesting that this is a co-op of five different maestro mezcaleros who are blending their recipes. That's what the information we have here. So this is
Yeah.
really an interesting blend. We've heard of, even in tequila, they're blending, agave from the highlands and lowlands, or they're blending uh, uh, baked agave versus autoclaved agave. Or they're mixing it, an 80-20, 90-10. It sounds like I'm talking about ground beef, right? But this is the first time I've ever heard of a blend of recipes. It's like, how would you like to be at the on the tasting committee and go, who's the guy with seniority that says, okay, this is the one we're having, this is the one we're going to bottle. I mean, who gets
Right.
who gets the final say on that? You know, I want to say brand of promise, man, in the mezcal category. Period.
Yeah.
At 41, I'm severely impressed. Because they're getting the agave, all the agave notes at a 40 ABV. Really interesting how they're doing
Yeah.
that.
No, it's really a unique mezcal.
Yeah, and the nose belies the attack on the intake.
Like it says artisanal destilado en México.
San Juan del Rio. This is a San Juan. So for those of you who are single village mezcal followers, this is a San Juan del Rio.
It's got some writing on the inside of the label. Did you notice?
Uh, I what I notice is that it's the label backwards. I don't see the.
No, it says something. It says something on the label. It's got lines on it.
I
It says
don't
Bebo del Sol, su sangre.
really. Where are you getting any of that stuff? I'm not seeing any of it.
You got a blank label?
I have all I see is the
I got a
reverse.
secret message. I got a message in mine. Check it out.
Wow, look at that. I got
It's my golden
nothing.
ticket to see Willy Wonka
You got the golden ticket.
and see the agave on the bottom part.
Oh yes,
Something
yeah,
like,
I saw that's on down at the bottom. Yes.
and then you don't have the writing on the inside.
I don't think so, man. All I see is the reverse of the front label.
Oh, you got a cheap label.
You win the prize, man. You better go buy a lotto ticket.
Yeah, this stuff is at another category, and it's interesting, Mike. Like you said, we're tasting quite a bit of mezcals now. A lot of them are made for that market to get into, entry level, spirits, namely mezcals. But this is another big boy mezcal.
Yeah,
This
I
is
think
another
you're.
kind of a single malt category type of thing, if you know what I
Should we
mean.
just? We're gonna have to. You and I are gonna have to confer on this and give it another category because we've just been one mezcal after another with a big boy attitude.
We've been blindsided by two.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
That's
what
exact.
happens. See, this is the thing. We don't open this stuff up together,
No,
and
no.
this is what you get.
I
This is a
normally
totally different category.
right, and I normally have them. I have them before you do, but you and I never discuss. You open them on camera. You just pop them open, and I let mine sit. So this could be. I don't know when. I forget when we received these. I'm looking at February, and this is July. So by the time we get, to around to these categories, it's been a few months. This has been sitting up in my shelf for a few months, and so I'm almost like retasting it again, like for the first time. And I'm really, really impressed with this. This is just com- completely different, and surprisingly so at like I said, 40 AB, 41 ABV. Great brand of promise, I think. Should we? What do you think? Brand of promise for packaging?
I love the bottle, um, but then again, I love bottles.
Well, yeah, but the
It's a great bottle. I mean, it's very simple, but I love the sun they've got on here, the beautiful label,
it's almost
and
like a
they got
wine bottle, isn't it, Alex?
the wood. It's a wood top too,
Yeah. Well,
with
it's a cork. It's a
the
real
real cork.
cork. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's real cork.
So it's a great looking little bottle. I like it.
I think we should, for mezcal packaging, I think we should give it a
Yeah.
brand of promise nominee
Kind
here.
of apothecary.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Nice.
almost like a gin bottle or something, you know.
Yeah.
It's not your usual
Well,
mezcal
definitely
bottle.
nominated for packaging and definitely nominated for brand promise.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so that's our take on Amaras mezcal. Go find it if you can get it. Search for it online. I do understand that they are on Facebook and Twitter. You might want to check on them on Instagram as well. I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio, Texas.
And I'm Alex Perez, and you've been watching Sipping Off the Cuff on tequilaaficionado.com, also part of Tequila Aficionado Media. Thanks for watching, and as always, sip wisely.